morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back to another video. I'm Michael. Welcome to Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. So today we're doing something different. You understand me? This right here is a Mazda Demio. It is I don't remember the generation, but it runs from 2007 all the way up to 2014. You understand me? I have my son over here, so a journey. So today we're going to change the buffer rubber and the strut boot. All right, so on this car right now, nothing is wrong with the current boot that is on it, but because I bought this as a set, I'm just going to change it. All right, and if you want to know the brand, it's Saks, right? And I bought it off Rock Auto, so it's rockauto.com. You can just go put in your vehicle information, and the parts will come up, the catalog will come up. So as I said, we're going to change the buffer rubber and the strut and the strut boot, right? This is what protects the strut from dirt and debris and so forth, so that it don't damage the seal. So we already have the wheel loosened up, so Johnny is going to, and the car jacked up, and of course the wheels are chalked off. We use a little rock and just chalk them off, right? So we have a jack up and we have a block underneath the car as well, because you have to be safe. All right, so we're operating safely. So Johnny is going to remove the wheel, and then we're going to take it from there. All right, so there's a camera lady. Come on. All right, so when you have the car jacked up like this, this is an opportunity to check all the suspension parts to make sure that everything is working. You know, this you observe and you look to see if you have any loose ball, anything like that. All right, so this is the spring and this is the shock right here. Now, to know if the shock, I know this is a good shock, right? Because I changed it recently. But if you don't, if for example the shock is on the car and you're not really sure if the shock is good, what you can do is look for oil. So when you lift up the boot like this, if you see oil coming out of this area, then you know that the shock is going, right? Because it is gas charged along with hydraulic oil inside of it, fluid inside of it. So once you see oil coming out of the shock itself, then you know that the shock is either totally gone or it's on its way. But as we say, the shock is a known good shock. All right, so this is the current strut boot, and this is the current buffer rubber up there. All right, and the reason why we're changing it, you can see this one is old. It comes with the car, and we said this is a Mazda Demio 2008, and this generation runs from 2007 to 2014 or 13. I think it's 13. All right, so the strut, the buffer is right here. Whenever time weight is in the car, you can hear it squeaking because the rubber lost its elasticity, so you can hear it squeaking noise. A squeaking noise coming from the rear suspension. I thought all along it was this rubber right here where the spring is, but it is not this rubber. It's actually this buffer rubber here. So as I said, this is the new buffer rubber that we're going to install. All right, and this is the new shock mount. All right, and it just goes right into it like that. All right, let me just get it in. It goes into it just like that. I'm going to install it. So I'm going to loosen up the bolt them now. So to remove this, you need a 17mm. If you have a car like this, come on here, so one time. So I'm just using this as an extension to get some leverage. So just loosen it up. If your car, because I'm servicing my car regular, I'm kind of spray WD-40 to allow my suspension more while. These bolts are not that, you know, understand me, they are not that tight. And they don't seize up. So a good practice is to spray WD-40 from time to time, especially after rain, on all these parts, right? To keep the car rust free and to keep the bolts from seizing up. So this is a FCS shock. It's an economy shock, right? But it's doing the job nevertheless, right? So this is one of the more affordable one. I think I pay like $17 US for it online. All right, so if you live in Jamaica, if you live in anywhere in the Caribbean, as long as you have a shipping address in the state, you can buy auto parts online. You don't have to buy them locally, because when you buy them locally, sometimes it costs your arm and a leg. A lot of people will say, oh, Mazda cars are expensive to maintain. We in Jamaica would say that, right? I don't know for any part of the world, because of the third party sellers here. They tend to jack up the prices. But this is an affordable shock. So let's go take it out just like that. Now we're gonna change from the 17mm to a 12 deep socket. Johnny, give me that one there. Alright, so. And Chin, you can come on to this side now. Now we'll pull it up. Maybe after turn on the light too.
It's good, it's okay.
You sure? Okay, so guys, you have two bolts up here that hold the shock mount to the body of the car. We have to release them to get the shock out. Or extension. Pass it again, Johnny, get little leverage. It's tight. So that's one loosen up. Let's loosen up the other one now. And you see even these balls, it's a good idea. I mean, if you notice right here is wet, it's because of the WD-40 that I spray on these bolts, right? To keep them nice and rust free. This is the shock, right? And it's out. So this part of it is called the shock mount. This is what mounts directly to the body of the vehicle. This is the buffer rubber that we are changing, right? And this is the boot, the shock boot, all right? So I'm just going to take it out, and as I said, this is what protects the shock absorber, this part of it, right, to keep it nice and clean out and dust free. As once dust go on that, it can damage the boot, and then it's going to leak, and then automatically it will fail. So this is the old buffer rubber. See the new one over here? You can see the difference. You can see the difference with them. Look, see it? This is nice and supple. So when the weight of the vehicle and this presses down, you can hear it squeaking, squeak, and you will think is a failed or a failing component on the suspension, but it is actually this, right? You understand what I'm saying? So this is what prevents the shock itself from bottoming out. When it go all the way down, it prevents the shock from actually hitting this metal to metal connection. So this is just a buffer rubber. That's why it's called a buffer. All right. So I'm going to remove it now, and you have to remove this little nut at the top. So you'd have to have like a little vice grip, and you put it on here, and then you use a 10mm to remove this. I'm just going to show you how we get the things them joined, the adjustable and everything. Wait, 10 there. The 10mm arm wrench there. And yeah. What I want to do is that a vice grip would be good, but I don't have any vice grip, so I'm using an adjustable wrench. So Johnny does, yes. Remember, you know, Johnny, you have to lock it up a particular way. You know, look on it good. This is blind me. This is the part that you want to lock onto. Understand me? The two flat side, you see it?
See?
So lock it onto that. Wait, let me put this on first. Go. Just blind me. All right. So what he's doing now is going to, when I turn it, it's going to prevent it from turning, the shock itself from turning. Let me get some leverage. I think we should start with this one.
Pressure.
And you crack it loose, and you just turn this all the way around until you get it loose.
The sun is burning me.
Or you can take it out now, Johnny. Alright, so once it's loosened, you can just easily. And you're gonna do the reverse for this for tightening. You're gonna do the same thing for tightening. right? Because what you want to turn this, but you don't want this to be turning at the same time. You don't want it to be turned. That's why you hold the tool there to keep it firm. So sometimes you just pull out the shock, right? And it now is a good time to inspect it, right? You see a little rust right there developing, right? So you know, so after a while the shock is going to fail. And I think why we had that is because of this, the corrosion that was on this, because we used back an old part and a new strut, right? But as I said, it's an affordable strut, so you don't really have to worry. You can just easily replace this because it's not that expensive. All right, so once you see this little rust developing on the shock itself, then you're in problem. All right, to test the shock absorber, you just push it down like that and it should return. If you push it down and it stay down, then the shock is not good. So that is good. So all of this is going to be changed except this part, which is the mount. This is the shock mount itself. It's made of aluminum, and as I said, it corrodes. All right, and I'm just going to show you the level of corrosion that is inside. You see that? So it corrodes, and this is aluminum. This is sold separately. So for the entire assembly, you have the strut mount. This is what mount to the vehicle, and so the rubber is good. It's in good condition. So I'm just going to clean this up, spray it down with some WD-40, and then we're going to reinstall it. So this part is good. This part is also good, but I'm not going to reuse this, right? Because I bought a set, so I'm just going to use the new set that I bought, all right? And this now is the old buffer rubber. See it? It's old, it's cracked, it lost its elasticity, so when it is compressed, you make that squeaky sound. So this is out, so out with the old and in with the new. So the new one there, so I'm just going to go ahead and install. Alright, so I get it clean up now, people. Get the strut mount clean up. See it? Put some WD-40 on it, and I also put some silicone grease inside of it, because the silicone will help the rubber, right? So this will go in easily and nice. So you just want to just press it down inside of it like that, right? And you're good. Alright, so you get the shock now, and you just get a nice clean area up on your shirt. Your shorts.
Nice clean area.
Right, and you clean it off. Make sure no oil or anything go upon it. You understand? And dirt. Clean this off. And you insert it. Alright, maybe you can put a little. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Pull it back a little.
So you just insert it all the way up. Alright. It's installed. See there? So we're going to use the reverse of what we did a while ago with Johnny. So Johnny going to hold this with the vice grip with the adjustable wrench, and I'm just going to just thread on this and tighten it. Now I'm going to show you what will happen if you don't do that. Let me show you what's going to happen. So if I try to tighten it, or if it was tight and I was trying to loosen it, you will see what will happen. See it begin now to turn. Oh my. It is held so tight that it wasn't even turning. But what will happen, it will try and turn the shock itself. Come. So let's put it up there, Johnny. Make it tighten it up. Yeah, put it up so high, man. Not tight, no way properly. Yeah, all the way down. Very good. Right, I'm gonna just torque it a little bit with this. No, I'm not using a torque spec for those persons who are gonna comment and say, what's the torque spec? Just tighten it. Awesome, man. Just tighten it, man. Good. Alright, Johnny, let it go. Alright, so that is it. I'm gonna know. Put it back in the vehicle, but clean it up first. Shows no oil or anything that upon it. No dirt. Let's put it in back, man. Test it one more time to see. Alright. So it's coming up back. And you don't hear the sound anymore. When you see your squeak, you don't hear that squeaky sound anymore. So it's just the reverse of what you did just now. Let me tighten this up. I'm gonna tighten it up, and then we're good. See the job done now. Let me show you one. See here now? There? So no more noise from the rear suspension. No more noise. Everything good. And as I said, this is the area, the spring I thought was making that squeaky sound, because the spring of a rubber up there, you know. But it's not that. Alright? And everything looks good. No wetting, nothing at all. Everything looks good on the air. So it's gonna give the car a drive now. And then we'll know if we fix it. But we know it fixed. And that is it. Brand new. And this boot, and it comes as a set. I think I paid, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put the price on the screen now for you to see. Alright? And as I said, they get it from rockauto.com for all your car parts. This is a free advertisement for Rock Auto, right? Socks. So alright people, if you have any, what I'm gonna do next now is to put on the wheel and we'll just jack it down and we'll no side that. Alright, so any comment, any question, comment it in the comment section, and remember to like the video and share the video as well. And if you want to see more car repair video, because from time to time I work on my car, you know? It's named Home and Garden Fix and Trick, but the car is a part of the home, so anything we do on the car, we think, yeah, and a part of the fix as well. So we just show you what is happening. You understand me? People love to say that I am a jack of all trade. I think so too. But as a man, you have to, especially in this time, you have to be resourceful and, you know, just try to do as much as you can for yourself. Because if I should go and pay somebody to do this, I would have to have maybe $5,000 or $6,000 to give them, Jamaican dollar that is, which is around 50 US. Cheap in US dollar, but expensive to us out here. That's close to a week's salary. So, and that's what I'm saying. You have to learn to do things for yourself. And I must mention that this car is Ford was collaborating with Mazda. They were like sister companies back in the days. They have part company now. So as you can see right here, you see Ford Motor Company. So Ford and Mazda actually make this platform. So this video can be applicable to the Ford Fiesta, because it's a similar suspension. If you have a Ford Fiesta or the 07 to 2013 Mazda Demio, or even the Mazda 3, is the same platform that they use. So this video can be applicable to those motor vehicles as well, because as you see, Ford Motor Company. Ford and Mazda is now split, and Mazda is more closer to Toyota, right? But the reliability of this car is good. I can't complain. It's easy to fix. You know, go say something, Johnny?
Oh, yesterday. I was gonna say that I didn't know that there was Ford Motor Company right here.
Yeah, man. See there, Ford Motor Company. And you see Mazda right there. So it's a collaboration between Ford and Mazda. Alright? On this platform or this generation. Thank you very much, guys. See you in another video. Peace.